There are some insanely creepy commercials that have aired throughout history and that have actually aired sometimes on children's channels. For example, this one.
Listen to Remco's Baby Laugh a Lot.
Another example, this one.
Honey and sugar make it different and wonderful. A circus of fun to eat, so you crinkle on down to the store.
And last but not least, the creepiest of all, this one.
There's good reason for my glistening skin, and how I shine, and how my pores are so clean and clear.
A few days ago, I recently just remembered this commercial that I saw as a kid that was so scary and so creepy that I had to either leave the room when it came on or change the channel every time it came on because it was so disturbing. I'm going to show you that video right now just to let you know it's like creepy doll-like things and it's really disgusting. There's something that really disgusting happens in both commercials. So if you don't want to see that, then I will put the timestamp here as to where you should skip ahead in this video if you just want to hear about the commercial. But for those of you that do want to see it, I will play it right now. It took me forever to find this video. I could not find it anywhere. It got to the point where I thought that I was going crazy. I had made this up in my head and this commercial never really existed, but for some reason I traumatized myself with it with my crazy imagination, and that it was just a memory that I had like created in my own mind, which, you know, not unheard of, but I really, honest to God, thought that I was going crazy and that maybe this never actually existed. But then I finally put in the right words into Google and found one Reddit page on like all the internet that's actually talking about this. And it was from somebody who was exactly the same as me. They remember this commercial. Nobody else seems to remember this commercial. They had to leave the room when it came on because it was so scary, etc., and asked Reddit for help. Thank you, Redditor, for making me know that I am not going crazy. And this Redditor put the link to the video so that I could see it for myself. Not only did this commercial actually exist and I'm not crazy, but it was 10 times worse and creepier than I even thought it was going to be. So here's what I found out about this commercial. The anti-smoking campaign was called Ashtray Mouth, and it aired, from what we can find, we believe it aired in 2005, which would have put me at about 14 years old. So I wasn't as young as I thought that I was, but I was still young enough to be freaked out by that, especially because I had this really big fear of dolls. This ad campaign aired. Sure enough, everybody agrees they saw it on Cartoon Network, which most people know is a children's channel. And I thought I remembered it airing on other channels, like possibly Nickelodeon, but I could be wrong about that. I did watch some Cartoon Network as a kid, so maybe that's where it came on. I swear I saw it on other channels, but I could be wrong. And then I found out the reason that nobody remembers this and why it was so hard to find is because it only aired in Washington State. And I did happen to grow up in Washington State, so that's why I saw it, and that's why it was so hard to dig up. Did this ad campaign make me not want to smoke? I mean, not really. I never picked up smoking, and that just happened to be how my life turned out. But I don't think it was because of this disgusting ad campaign. This ad campaign did not, like, I can't even connect it to smoking because Nobody would eat that stuff. Nobody would put that stuff in their mouth. Everybody would agree on that. And lots of people put cigarettes in their mouth. So it's just impossible to make that disgusting connection, to make it the same thing and equate it to the same thing. Like, I get what they were doing with it. I understand they want to catch kids before they give into peer pressure. I get it. But what's the good of the commercial if I had to leave the room? So then I dug a little deeper and I found out that other people still on this Reddit page were saying that they remembered other ads that were made in this same campaign. After reading a little bit more, found the creative director for these ads named Mishi Kass. And this Redditor found her portfolio, and so I looked that up as well and found all the other ads. So she's a great creative director, don't get me wrong. She's really great at what she does. We found on her portfolio, yes, we found the 2 ads that aired, but we also found out that those were the only 2 that ever aired. Why people remember other ones was because they had made some other like posters and other advertisements, just one pager, non-video advertisements of the doll things, putting other disgusting things in their mouths to kind of go along with the campaign. What's up, guys? So I was just editing this video, and so sorry the audio's bad and it's probably a little shaky, but I just had to add in here that I also found when I was looking at this website, this campaign also had a bookmark made with more of this like different slogan on, and I'll show that. And then the other interesting thing that I found is that they made a sticker pack, and the sticker pack has like all these things. It has instructions for you to go put the stickers on gross things like in your city and around. And then it says things like, lick this, it tastes better than a smoker. Just things like that. It's just really interesting because I didn't realize like there was a lot of shaming. Like they were really shaming people for smoking in this campaign, which kind of it made me a little sad because that turns me off a little bit too. I know that it was probably what, 10, 15 years ago, almost 15 years ago that this was made, so it was a little bit different back then, but it just seems like quite the shaming going on. Like that doesn't work, and it's just mean and unnecessary. Like no smoker wants to smoke. So yeah, anyway, I just thought that was really interesting, so I'll put that here and you can see that as well. So okay, continuing on with the video. At the bottom of this, there was actually a little video game they made where you were trying to throw these other disgusting things into the doll's mouth. I think there was like a disgusting sock, and then like a dead rat, and then also the same objects from the commercials. It was just all like really disturbing. I don't know who would be going on and playing a game like that and thinking, oh yeah, this makes me not want to smoke. I don't know. It was just, ugh. So the moral of the story is, why did this air on a children's channel? Why was that ever allowed? It scarred so many kids, I swear. And why was it only in one state? The scare tactic campaigns, I understand a little bit more, like, oh, this is what could happen if you smoke, or oh, you're gonna age, or fear kids out of it. What I don't understand is why just being disgusting, I don't think that resonates with kids as much. I don't think that really makes us scared. I think that just makes us like, what the heck? I hope this video gave you some nostalgia, or if you remembered some other weird commercial from your childhood and inspired you to go look it up. I'm sure you don't remember this ad in particular unless you did live in Washington as a kid and saw this same thing, but maybe it'll inspire you to look up some other weird, strange, or creepy ads that you saw as a child that you forgot about. You're welcome. That's gonna be it for today's video. Please let me know if somebody does happen to remember this or have seen this, or if something equally creepy from their childhood that they'd like to share, because I'd love to see it. Hope y'all have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye.